No, and I don't think that... No. Oh, yes. No, and I... The mic is live. I didn't think the mic was live, but it is. So... No, please don't do that. Aww. No, it fell off the wall. Hey, if you can hear us, this is our pre-show show. And I'm Emma. Elder is presently getting a cup of coffee. And we will be live in just a few minutes. There is background music. I'm gonna have to turn that off. Oh gosh, 1 minute. The talk's gonna work. Does my hair look okay? I just kind of threw it up in the water. That's our dog, Camilla. She's a guard dog. That bag of stuff over there? No, it's not packed yet. I cannot pack my yarn. Oh, this is not the color yarn I want. All right, we gotta go live. We got 2 thumbs up. We got some people watching. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Knittin' and a Frettin'. I am... Emma. Let me grab this intro. Here we go. I just have to turn now. There, we're gonna take our sunflower off. I don't think you're allowed to play that. And then I can turn this white background off. There we go. Hold on. Let me transition us to... Hello, everyone. I am Emma. This over here is Elder. And I just realized I matched my shirt matches the couch today. So I'm going to play our intro. I'm going to hopefully play our intro video. Hopefully I'm going to play our intro video. Let me know if you can hear me, because I reformatted my computer and everything was deleted. I backed up most of it, but I'm going to turn that off. Oh, no, I want that on and that off. Yeah, we're not professionals here. We're just
praying for patience. I'm not a doctor.
So it looks like I have not. So I don't have our intro video in here. So I'm going to go grab that so that we can actually do. Somehow that. No, the microphone's on the computer. The microphone is packed away. All right, let's replay this. There we go. Okay. Welcome to Knittin and Frettin. I'm Emma, and this is Elder. He's older. He's a little bit older. He's a few years older than me. So today we're going to be talking about moving. And I'm going to crochet something, I think. You know what happened yesterday? My crochet club did not happen because we were busy packing. Have you ever been busy doing something and then forgot something else you were supposed to be doing?
Well, I was disappointed in that. There were several people.
Every person in class messaged me and said, "Hey, where are you? Are we having class today?" I'm sorry, everybody. But all my spices are packed. And in the new house, we are getting texts from people. Oh, gosh. I sent people some messages, and some people are messaging me back like, "Where are you?" Like, I'm right here. I'm going to sing something today. What do we want to sing? I just got done filling out a survey for YouTube, and they asked me why we might stream on a different platform other than YouTube. And part of the reason is the content choking, I guess you could call it. So we're almost afraid to play any song or any part of a song, because if you are hit with copyright infringement, your channel could be taken down. Well, that matters not a whole lot to us because this channel right now is not monetized. So, but over on Rumble, we already are monetized. So it's kind of a different situation. So, and Rumble is kind of easier to use. And I think there's more. So, and this is simulcast too. So if you are watching us on YouTube, you can also watch us on Rumble. We're MX Sisters on Rumble. So there's also, let's see, we've been so busy with moving mode and tearing out carpet. Has anyone torn out carpet? Oh.
It's easy. It's fun.
Yeah. The carpet part is probably easy, but
It's the carpet tack.
The carpet tack is not easy or fun.
Come along if you feel like the tack is stuck in your foot. Ow! Come along if you feel like you want to just see the wood. Ow, ow, ow.
So. Oh, I was making an egg. I forgot about that. I think I'm going to take this apart. Wow, look at all that. I don't know whether you guys can see this or not when I'm pulling this out. There's all kinds of breathing all that in. It's probably not good. So hopefully this will be the last time that we stream from this house. We may have one more week. One more week. Oh, goodness. That was pretty.
That chord or that rhythm, you like that?
The chord. Nah. I don't like the rhythm. I like the chord.
Does my rhythm give you that blues? I am so fun.
Hey, can you do me a favor and hand me...
Trim my nose hair?
No.
Never.
I'm cool with not seeing that. I don't think we want to have that on live stream. Hello! Hello, sweets. Thank you for commenting in the chat. If you are here, please comment in the chat if you are able. If you have not liked, click the little thumbs up. It's right about, it's probably right about here. Don't hit the dislike. There's like a thumbs down. Don't hit that one. Please. Please. That would be nice if you didn't do that. But the thumbs up helps YouTube know that we are something that's fun and entertaining. Or, oh, look, so there's a delay in the recording, and I pointed almost directly where the thumbs up was on my screen. It might be different on yours. Hey, can you hand me a different kind of yarn? I'm gonna do something else. I don't want to crochet today.
There is the
Oh! I have double pointed needles. I have double pointed needles. I'm gonna do.
What?
Yeah. You said you found my other double pointed needle. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
It was out of the porch or something.
I must have dropped that out of my purse. Whew. Ooh. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows. When I was down, you were my clown. Whoa, you were a clown.
I do not think those two match.
Ouch! That's painful. No. Please don't do that anymore. All right.
From my stint in King Crimson in my dreams.
I am going to attempt to do cast on from memory.
I knit with yarn.
I knit with yarn. I knit with yarn. And it's not twine.
I will not yawn as I knit with yarn. I will not yawn till my yarn is gone. And I take a nap. And
I think
then
these
sit
would
on a
make
potty.
better gloves. I actually was trying to make a pair of socks with this yarn, and it didn't really. For those of you that work with yarn and you're watching me do this,
I'm
sorry.
I work with yawn. Yawny.
Don't
guys
watch,
did.
because I am making a mess of this yarn. I'm just kind of trying to get to the end. So, what's your favorite part about moving, Elder?
Sitting on the bum playing guitar when I'm done. My favorite part.
You know, looking for the house is pretty much like looking for the place. I think is a lot of fun, unless you have to look at it.
Until after the first year.
Yeah, when you bid on the third property and you got outbid, like it ceases to be fun, and you're just like, can this be over? All right, so I'm gonna try to attempt to do this from memory. Long tail cast on.
My time working with yarn, trying to decide what to do.
Most people.
Unmute?
What?
Are we muted?
No.
It says unmute.
Where does it say unmute?
On you. On the screen, can you see that?
No.
Are we muted?
I don't think so. Oh no, we're muted here because if we unmute this, we echo.
Arm just fell asleep.
Oh no. This is going to be one exciting.
Yes, especially with this kind of
Even though your arms are really skinny, you do have a little
Ooh,
floppy there. It's just tiny though. That's like old person arms.
Wow, look.
I dare not do that. We'll scare the children.
No, I don't touch that out. Shove my guitar pick in your ear and bring out scads of wax. Ooh, that sounds like a song title. Or perhaps a band.
Scads of wax.
Scads of earwax.
Oh, so like at the new house, there's a garage out the back. There's a noise ordinance. I think I've cast these on too.
There's a noise ordinance.
Yes, like after 11 o'clock.
Oh,
you can't
after
make noise
11.
in the streets. You
I'm
can't
going
be
to
in
get
the
that
streets.
changed. I'm going to make it after 8 o'clock.
Hey, can you after 8 o'clock? Can you get an ordinance for chickens? Because I would like some chickens.
There has to be an ordinance that you must have chickens.
You must have chickens. To
Mandatory unmasked chickens. Because they won't have it. They're smarter than some. They know that avian.
Sorry, unmasked.
It's all creations, man.
Yes. I knew I wasn't muted, Image Sisters. That's pretty cool. We are and we are moving to. Was that something you just made up?
Yeah, it's based on something else, but it's not the same, so it's good.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's randomly just write a song.
See, that's what it's based on. Oh, you gotta let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Should I move or should I stay? Should I buy a house today?
Stay or should I go?
Yeah.
Find it, there will be trouble. If you fret you, there will be double.
So you got to let me know. Should I move or should I go?
Should I?
Yes.
Oh, it's nice hanging out too. You guys for a little bit. There was a Bible verse that I read this morning.
Hopefully it'll get me unstuck.
In Micah. And that's not Micah powder.
Micah likes it.
Micah, no, that's a reference to a very, very old advertisement from the 1970s.
For life. I eat life cereal.
So, when I was a kid, we moved 9 times before I was in 1st grade. I was so unsettled for the first few years of my life that every time you move, you've got like this period of like, where am I? What am I doing? And I don't know. I'm casting on.
Casting?
That's what it's called. That's you're casting on the stitches onto the needle.
I thought you was just wrapping that fuzzy stuff around that doohickey.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually doing, it's called like a long tail cast on. I take the needle, pull it under this part that's wrapped around my thumb, then I wrap it around this that's wrapped around my finger, and then I pull it through that loop. And then I take my thumb out and then pull the loop tight. I'll show you that again. The tail is getting short. There. Can you see that? Would you like to see it again? Oh, goodness. You know, sometimes you're playing for an audience of 1. And even though we have 3 likes, right now we only have 1 person watching.
And it's not even me.
No. So, for that 1 person, we're glad you're here. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to read this Bible verse that I got this morning. From Micah 4. It shall come to pass in the latter days that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established at the highest of the mountains, and it shall be lifted up among the hills, and people shall flow to it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may teach us his ways, and that we may walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between many peoples, and shall decide disputes for strong nations far away. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. But they shall sit, every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. For the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken. For all the peoples walk, each in the name of its God, but we will walk in the name of the Lord, our God, forever and ever. And that's Micah 4, 1 through 5. I don't know about you, but that gives me hope. Hope that someday we're not going to have war upon war upon war. Study war no more. Yes.
Sister Mary from Alabama.
Did you just give me a new nickname? Why Mary? Mary means bitter. Oh no! Poor Bob.
Bob has some green on his chest.
Yes.
And some green in his hair too. Tell everyone Bob.
Mrs. Bob.
Bob.
I don't know if
Barbara.
I still don't know if this is I still don't know if this is not some sort of idol that we painted and made. So it says, make yourself no graven image. I don't know if this is a graven. This looks like a guy, and it's a little clay guy, like it's made out of clay. And we kind of like Bob. You know, he painted happy trees and was super calm. I think that's what I liked most about Bob, is he was always super calm.
I'm going to paint a little pretty tree in the corner here with my...
Aww. Okay, can you paint me some waves?
Ooh, you want surf music?
Yeah.
Attention and release.
No, I want gentle waves crashing on the shore. And there we go. That actually sounds like a gentle stream. Nice. Oh, that's pretty. Hello! Hello, Lori. Oh, no. Our dog also says hello to you, Lori.
Uh-oh. The dog recognizes who it is. The dog always barks when this person comes.
All right. So I did a long tail cast on onto this, and I'm not sure what I want to do next with it. I want to make a sock. You know how easy it is to undo knitting stitches? Just take and go. There.
She's come on time. I didn't know what she was actually doing. But she was sitting there doing and doing.
Aw, Lori, I know. I know. We actually packed up our dog's ashes to yesterday. Was it yesterday? And it was hard. It was very hard.
But to see the memory. I like having the thing and display in the house.
Yeah.
I need to put a nice picture, perhaps the picture of little end pizza box.
I don't remember that picture. Oh my. There's people with colds in my house. So we are busy packing and sneezing and packing. And trying to remember how to do the toe.
One left.
Are we low on supplies?
We're down to one. You won't be really, really waving your bum.
Hey. So I am out of shampoo. I washed my hair, but my shampoo is watered down. Oh my goodness, it's time for reminder. This is my reminder that I'm complete in Christ. I think it rained last week too, and I thought I was sorry. But you are complete in Christ too. Christ did everything. Everything that was necessary, Jesus did for you. Why are you playing?
You make my heart sing. Practice everything.
We make. Oh, wait a minute.
Jesus? That sounds disingenuous. Perhaps I should move on.
Yeah, I think you should. It has long tail. I'm trying to remember how to do this. But it's this way. So to make a toe, there's a special way you need to wrap. And I think this is it. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, that's too tight. Again. I'm not supposed to do a little bit. Yeah, this is it. This is it. So to make the end of a toe that is seamless, you don't have to put a seam in it. You can make the It's called a toe up type of knitting a sock. That was really pretty. That sounded like the 70s all over again. I gotta see if this is enough. I don't think it is. I gotta make a bigger tab. Just a little bit bigger. Just a little bit. Give a little bit of your time to me. I'll give a little bit. I'll give a little bit of my time to you. There's so much that we need to share. So send a smile and show you care. Yeah. Is that part of the song too?
Yeah.
Neat. Okay. Let's see. So I just started a toe up, and you actually end up doing the sock for both sides, and it ends up really cool. I just have to make sure that I have nine, 12, 18, 19, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 20. So I want to start out with 20 stitches because that gives someone with a big foot like me stop. Honestly, there are no socks that fit me. None. I have a size 13 foot, and even I would have to buy like men's big and tall socks, and they're too. Shut. All right, so if you're just joining us, I apologize for the sound quality. We have our microphone and our lights all packed away because we are moving.
That's why if you never see Bigfoot, he was banished for playing that song on his acoustic guitar.
7, 10, 13,
Bigfoot.
16, 18, 19, 20. You are so silly.
Bigfoot.
All right, so at this point in time, I need to. You are so silly.
I'm not as silly as Bigfoot.
All right.
Or as popular. Perhaps I'm just as elusive though. Sasquatch. Bigfoot.
Now I have to remember how I did
Abominable.
this. All right.
What's so abominable at him if you've never seen him? The elusive snowman. That's better yet.
The elusive?
The abominable snowman? No, how about the elusive snowman? Bigfoot's northerly brother.
All right.
I'd like to see that family reunion.
No. No, the foot stench is probably enough too. I am gonna have to figure out how to do this because I don't think I've done this on. I might need to get my round needles out. And I don't have them in here. Darn. All right. So you got to make sure also, I did this one time where I left there's a seam on that side.
Seam?
The seam, well, it's kind of like a seam. It's just the yarns actually wrapped around one another. So the two long tails yarns that I had were in, one was on around my one finger and the other one was around my thumb. And the two just end up wrapping around each other and then going back on the same needle. So that's all that is. So it's like the one yarn's wrapped around and then catches this other yarn and then wraps back around. So it is something cool for you to do. Yeah, the last time I did this on the round, and I'm not sure how to do this on double pointed needles now. Okay. If I do that, then that's I'm gonna have to figure this out. Ah, yes, this is how this is gonna have to go. So I have made socks on. Yep, I'm gonna have to try this. I'm gonna have to go find my. I'm gonna have to set this down for right now. So, what was your first? What was your first move?
A few blocks away.
Yeah.
In the little town I grew up in.
Okay.
I moved into.
How old were you?
About 20 years old.
20. Was it a positive experience? Did you have like no?
Yes, it was.
A few years ago, we had a move that was not a positive experience for anybody. We kind of had to flee our house because of mold. And
there were no fleas, but there was mold.
So buying a new house was extremely, I don't know, it was darn near
daunting.
Daunting is a good near is
darn near daunting.
That's a good word for it. It was difficult to feel safe in knowing what can go wrong with a house. And you go and you're like, oh, this house looks really nice, but what if it has mold in the walls? What if? And then we finally got to the point where like, I don't care, let's just get a house.
Throwing caution to the wind.
Yes.
And I'm tired.
Actually, I don't want to mess this up, so I'm just going to leave it here until I get to the point where I can get to my circular needles. So double pointed needles and circular needles can do the same thing, but with this toe up, I'm not sure that you can do it on double. I'm sure there is a way to do it on double pointed needles. I just don't know it. And whenever I started casting on, I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. And then I'm getting to the point where it's like, on a circular needle, you pull this one needle through and then you knit with it. And if I do that, there's no other end. Like on a circular needle, these two ends are connected, and you actually put it in, you make it so that they are knitting around the sock, which is kind of cool. So I'll probably put this away for right now, because we got stuff to do. It's 12:43. Yeah, I think we do need to get moving. So, small business shout out for today. I would like to thank I don't have the promo video up. I think our small business shout out promo video is no longer, I think it was lost in the translation. Do you have a business that you want to shout out?
I'd like to give a small business shout out to Amazon. Wait a second. It was small one time.
No, it's not small. I'll tell you what, there is a... Now, this video is not sponsored by anybody. I just like to do a small business shout out whenever I can.
I'd like to do a small business shout out to Polaroid. I'm polarized right now. That's old. Then there's on the land camera. That's a nostalgic shout out right there. Nobody even remembers what that is.
I don't know what that is.
That's the one-touch Polaroid.
You know, my grandfather worked for Kodak, and he owned one of those Polaroid cameras and absolutely loved it.
Land camera.
I don't know what it called. Why?
What am I rusty on 1980 stuff?
Why would they call it a land camera? That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't work.
No, he liked his Polaroid pictures a lot.
So did my dad. A lot of people did.
For those of you that don't know,
you got to shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Polaroids
Shake it. You got to shake it like
had
a
a
Polaroid
piece of
picture.
paper that came out the front of the camera when you clicked the button.
It was more than just paper. It was the entire process in the piece, in the photograph, would develop itself.
Yeah,
And I can show you one.
You digital people who have only experienced digital photography, during if you have a single lens reflex camera, they have DSLRs now. That back then they were SLRs, where you had strips of 35 millimeter wide film that went from the cartridge, and then as you had to have a lever that advanced the film.
Single lens reflex.
Yes. Yes, because it went through one lens. Anyway, so there was teeth that came through and a gear that would advance the film as you pulled this lever. So there's a lever to pull. And then a new, fresh part of the emulsion would be available. And then you'd have a mirror that mirrored up to like a little viewfinder at the top that you'd put your eye through so that your eye was actually seeing what was through the lens. That's why it's called a single lens reflex, and then when you open the shutter, that mirror would flip up and the light from the lens would hit the emulsion. And then when you let the shutter out, it would bring the mirror back down. And then in order to take another picture, you'd have to move the lens ahead and it would the gears would pull the film over to the next. So you'd have these little rectangles of exposed film. Now, then that film had to go through a developing process. So you would have to take this film in a completely light-free area. Usually you had these canisters inside little bags. You put your hand into two sides of these bags, and the canister, you'd roll the film back into the canister at the end. So there was these little canisters. The film came out as you took pictures, and then when you were done, it either automatically rolled it back in if it was electric, or if it wasn't, you took this little crank. You took the crank, and I don't know how I'm exposing myself. I'm telling you how old I am. That's about how I'm exposing myself.
You made an unintentional pun. An exposure.
So, and then you'd roll the film back into the canister using this tiny little crank. And then you'd open up the back of it. If you opened up the back of the camera to take the canister out and you forgot to wind the film back in, the film was exposed to all kinds of light and it would ruin all the pictures you took. Okay, so that was problem number one. Problem number two is if it was all wound into the canister, and when you were opening the canister to put it into the developer bath, I think Elder is bored. So then you opened up this canister with pliers inside this bag that you could not see, so you could actually hurt your fingers very badly. Shush. I'm explaining something. Shush, shush, shush. This is good stuff. This is good historical stuff. All right, so the pliers, you're in this bag that you can't see. You got both hands in here. You pry the one open, and then the film usually sprung out like one of those what do you call no, well, yeah, but Jack in the Box. It like would spring out of the canister like a jack in a box. You then had to find it and then slide it onto this metal or plastic reel. And if you slid it onto the plastic reel incorrectly, which it would slide into a spiral, and then you would put it into this light fast container so there was no light in it, and then you would pour developer in it. So if the film was accidentally touching that part, that photo would not come out. So you'd have a weird like place where the film didn't go right. And then the developer, if you developed it too long or not long enough, that would cause the images to either over or underexpose, or over or under process. Then, after all that's done, you had to take it into a dark room with a red light You only were permitted red light. And then you could rinse and open the container and see how, then you finally got to see how your pictures turned out. I'm not older than a Big Mac. I hope not. Is this something you're looking up, Lori? And don't give away details, okay? Anyway.
I'm hungry.
So you go through all of that just to find out what your pictures look like that you took. And then, so you've got this tiny little rectangle now that you can see in the red light. Next is the exposure. You put that little rectangle into a light stand. The light comes from the top, and then you put your photo paper out and say, oh yeah, this is what I want it to look like. And so you, the name of it escapes me. I don't remember what it's called, but it made the, probably not, because if I don't, I've taken 2 photography classes, one in high school and one in college, and if I don't remember what it is, then I'm sure you're not going to know what it is.
I would surprise you sometimes.
So anyway, this takes the image that's on the film and expands it. And you shine the light through, then you put photosensitive paper in, turn the light on for a specific period of time, and then turn it back off. If you turn it on too long, it becomes overexposed and too dark. If you don't turn it on for long enough, it underexposes and it's too light. And you don't know when you first expose it, like you don't see it. You have to then go put it into the 3 stages of developing. Some people still have Polaroids, yes.
Do they sell all the film?
They would have to. They probably do somewhere. Anyway, you take that photo paper, put it in the first bath, does nothing. Put it in the second bath, and then you start to see your image. And then in the third bath, it fixes it, so it stops processing. So it takes all of those steps to get an image with a non-digital camera. Today, we take an image, we get the image, and we're like, oh yeah, that looks great. We have the little screen even that's like, here we go. This is what your image looks like. I kind of think that taking pictures used to be more of an art form than it is now, because there was actual paper and timing that had to be. You could intentionally double expose stuff on an SLR by unlocking the film canister, and if you unlock the film canister and then pulled the lever forward, it wouldn't move it, and then you'd click again, and that was your double exposure. So all of those older pictures of like the moon going around, that's what they did. They unlocked the canister from its wheel. You moved the lever, which it was unlocked from the teeth at that point, and you had to just believe that the film stayed exactly where it was supposed to. And sometimes it did, and sometimes it didn't. Sometimes it would go halfway, so you'd have half of an exposure on one of the rectangles and half of the exposure on the other rectangle, which was kind of fun.
I just realized that I'm going to go out to the new house and build an outbuilding for our.
Oh no. For
photography. We need to have a dark room.
Darkroom's not going to be out in the yard. There's too much. It's better if it's in the garage.
It's going to be called the shed.
Oh.
Out to the dark room where the lawnmower and the photography chemicals are.
No. I am not building a darkroom. There's too much cool stuff.
Just almost came in our house.
My.
Big carpenter dude.
Okay. So, small business shout out. I'm gonna go ahead. Bye, my sisters. I'm gonna do a small business shout out to Movin Murdy. They are a local moving company that I was exposed to this week.
What's their name
And
again?
Movin Murdy.
Movin Murdy.
Yes.
Where are they located?
They are in the Pittsburgh area. And the lady on the phone was very, very nice. Took all my information. And then my husband told me that we wouldn't need a moving company. So, okay.
We just need the record. Fortunately, I know someone that has given me a trailer to utilize.
Okay. That just means a lot of trips and a lot of.
Means
I don't know who's going to move this couch. I don't know who's going to move this couch. So hopefully we have all of our furniture moved into the new place next week so that we don't have to stream like this again. We may be a couple of weeks like this yet. So what are we going to talk about next week? Next week.
Hardwood floor, it's hard to do.
Next week we'll talk about home renovation and how much it's a pain in the back and the foot when you step on a carpet tack.
Ouch.
Home renovation is the topic for next week. We're gonna be knitting and maybe fretting, or neither. I'm glad you joined us this week. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Now that we've been joined
For Knittin and Frettin.
Yeah.
I'm Emma, and this here is Elder.
And who is now hungry for a Big Mac. I haven't had one in years. What is a Big Mac?
We want you to remember, no matter what you've done,
or how many Big Macs you've eaten, or what's been done to you, like eating too many Big Macs,
you are loved by the one who made you. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Yay. Bye.